Do you think you could have achieved AIR1? What will be your reaction if a girl asks you out? And what is the worst habit of your roommate?
These all habits are so bad. Just do that completely. Don't do that. You do one book of Aryan series, then another of Cengage series. Sometimes when I got bad marks in few mock tests, I got a bit discouraged, and sometimes I also started comparing myself to others.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have Aditya who cracked IIT JEE Advanced with AIR2. So Aditya, before we start our video, I want you to introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I am Aditya. I am from Delhi and I got All India Rank 2 in JEE Advanced 2024.
Okay, so when did you start your JEE preparation?
For JEE specifically, I started at the end of my 10th grade.
Acha. Where did you prepare for it?
At FITG Coaching Institute in my home state, Delhi only.
Delhi only. Okay. And what was your schedule wearing during your JEE preparation?
So my schedule wasn't really fixed because there were variable days. On some days there were exams, and some days there were school exams, and there were really a lot of things going on in 11th and 12th grade. So I had to really make my schedule flexible so that I can manage time for all those things.
Okay. And as per you, what are the best books for JEE preparation?
For books, I think most of the books available in the market are more or less provide the same content, but it's just that you have to complete a given set of books completely. For example, if you buy, let's say, Arihant series of books, then just do that completely. Don't do that. You do one book of Arihant series, then another of Cengage series. All books make sure that all the concepts are covered in all the books combined. But different books have different ways of covering the concept. So if you say do one book from Arihant series, and in Arihant series one topic is in a different book, and in Cengage that topic was in the first book only, but you didn't do that book of the Cengage series and did all the rest, then you missed out on that concept.
Got it. So this is very important advice because in market there are multiple books available for you, but you don't have to read every book. You can just stick to one particular brand rather than book just a brand, and in fact you can try solving it again and again, because once you do single book multiple times, you will grasp the actual concept rather than running towards other books, right?
Right.
Okay. And how do you use to mark these questions? Like write on the books or somewhere else?
On the books mostly.
Okay, okay. And did you used to give equal time to all the subjects?
Overall, maybe yes, but on, like, let's say there is a week, and during that week I'm studying a particular set of topics in maths, physics and chemistry. Say the topic in chemistry, I find it really hard. So then most of the time in that week I will spend on that topic. But let's say in a different week I find the topic in maths really hard, then my time would be mostly spent on that. Basically you have to judge it by yourself. Like which topic you find harder, you spend more time on that.
Okay. And what was your most favorite subject among PCM?
I would say physics or maths.
Acha. Okay. And what was the most challenging topic for you and how did you overcome it?
I think the most challenging topic for me was organic chemistry.
Acha.
Like, I don't think there is any shortcut I used to completely grasp it. It's just that you have to do repeated revision, practice and discussion, like with your friends or teachers. Just keep doing that and slowly, gradually, you will improve. It will take time and it can be discouraging a little bit, but don't give up. Just stay at it and you will get better at it.
And did you have any unique study techniques which used to help you? Or something which you yourself had discovered?
I don't think there was any particular thing that I myself discovered, but yes, there were some study techniques that I used, such as short notes, flashcards, for topics that I found hard, or
okay,
those were like volatile in my memory. I couldn't remember those. I always used to make short notes of that and keep revising every week or so.
Okay. And were there any extracurriculars or hobbies which you used to pursue during your preparation?
No, really, JEE preparation didn't really give me time for any particular fixed hobby.
Acha.
But it's like recreation I used to do in that time also.
What do you used to do during, like, exactly?
Like going to park for a walk, or
Acha.
Maybe talking to friends for some time.
Okay. And what advice would you give to the aspirants who are targeting for the top rank?
Okay, so for aspirants who are aiming for a top rank, I would say
देखो गाइस, अगर आप इस मोमेंट पे अपने लिए इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज ढूंढ रहे हो तो मैं आपसे सीधे बात करूंगा। आप इस जंक्शन पे हो जहाँ पे आपके पास बस 10 से 15 दिन बचे हैं। अगर अभी भी कंफ्यूज हो, कहाँ जाऊँ, क्या करूँ, समझ नहीं आ रहा है, तो सुन लो, आपका पूरा एक साल ड्रॉप हो सकता है। सब टेस्ट खत्म, रिजल्ट आ गए, सेशन शुरू होने वाले हैं और तुम अभी भी डिसाइड नहीं कर पाए यार। बट इस प्रेशर में भी तुम्हारा डिसीजन क्लियर होना चाहिए, टाइम अप हो रहा है। ऑनेस्टली गाइस, मैंने बहुत कॉलेजेस देखे हैं, बट मिराई स्कूल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी में जो अप्रोच है ना, वो काफी डिफरेंट है। और जेन्युइन बात ये है कि ये लोग प्रैक्टिकल लर्निंग डे 1 से प्रॉमिस कर रहे हैं। मतलब तुम मशीन लर्निंग, एआई, फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट, क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग, डेटा साइंस, ये सब हैंड्स ऑन सीखोगे, प्रोजेक्ट बनाओगे, रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करोगे। बस थ्योरी पढ़ने वाली नहीं हो आप। और इसी कारण से उनका रतलाम कैंपस फुल हो चुका है, सारे सीट्स बुक हैं। गुड न्यूज ये है कि हाईटेक कैंपस में अभी भी सीट अवेलेबल है। देखो, अगर तुम अभी फाइनल डिसीजन लोगे तो अगले 4 साल तुम्हारे 2030 की ट्रेनिंग में बीतेंगे। एडवांस लैब, इंडस्ट्री ग्रेड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, लेटेस्ट टेक स्टैक, सब कुछ अवेलेबल है। कि मैं आपसे एक सवाल करता हूँ कि जो भी कॉलेज आपने चूज किया है, क्या आपको वहाँ ये सब मिल रहा है या फिर मिलने वाला है? क्योंकि मिराई ये सब तो दे रहा है और उनका फोकस मांग लेवल प्लेसमेंट सपोर्ट पर है, ताकि हर स्टूडेंट 40 से 50 एलपीए वाले जॉब के लिए रेडी हो बिफोर बीटेक। इसलिए डिसीजन जल्दी लो, क्योंकि मिराई के पार्टनर कॉलेज हाईटेक कैंपस में अभी भी सीट्स अवेलेबल है और ये लोग सिर्फ टॉप 20% को ही सिलेक्ट करेंगे। अगर आपको यहाँ जाना है तो मिराई के मेंस टेस्ट के लिए फॉर्म फिल करो। और हाँ, अगर आप टॉप स्कोरर बन गए तो आपको स्कॉलरशिप्स भी मिल सकती है। लास्ट डेट टू रजिस्टर इज बस कुछ दिन बाकी है, तो योर फ्यूचर इज जस्ट वन डिसीजन अवे। इसलिए लेट मत करो, गो एंड रजिस्टर नाउ। लेट्स कंटिन्यू आवर वीडियो।
What advice would you give to the aspirants who are targeting for the top rank?
Okay, so for aspirants who are aiming for a top rank, I would say start preparing your exam temperament right from the start of your preparation for JEE exam. Because I've seen a lot of students, many of my friends also did the same, like they were really good in studying, they were doing really well in classes, but what happened on the last day is that they could not handle the stress on the last moment of the exam, or they couldn't manage their time effectively. So that, I would say, is one very important thing. Just learn to manage your time effectively during the exam. You have 3 hours, everyone has 3 hours. In order to perform better than most of the other people, you have to use those 3 hours better than those people. Now, how to use those 3 hours is a very personal thing. Like each person has a different speed of solving different kinds of questions that you have to identify right starting from the beginning of your preparation, that which topics are harder for you, which topics take time, and accordingly manage your time.
Okay, that is great. And I'm sure that during these 2 years of preparation, you may have done some mistakes and which you have learned something out of it. So, are there any advices which you would like to give your younger self who is preparing for IIT?
I would say, like, one mistake I did was that sometimes when I got bad marks in few mock tests, I got a bit discouraged, and sometimes I also started comparing myself to others. I would say that you should never do this. Just have trust in yourself and don't get discouraged by bad performance on one exam. You have plenty of time before your final exam. If you perform bad on one exam, rather use that as a source of motivation, that whatever you lost in that exam, you have to make up in the next mock exam. So just don't get demotivated, don't get stressed, and keep working.
And what is the best method for revision?
So the best method for revision, I think that is also subject specific. For example, in physics, there is a fixed set of formulas, and there is not a very big class of problems that you can see on the exam. Like, there is not that big number of the kinds of problems you see on exams. So for physics, I would say studying theory or studying many different problems might not be that useful for revision. Rather, you should practice the same kind of questions again and again from various different sources. And again, I'm not saying that you should not increase your exposure. Increasing exposure is always good, but it's just that you have limited time, and if you start exploring outside the syllabus also, then it's just like endless.
Okay.
You won't get enough time. And now let's say for chemistry. Chemistry for me was like very volatile in my memory. I could not keep a hold of all the concepts that I have studied, like all the formulae and all the reactions. So for that, you need to repeatedly study the theory. And for that, you can also make like short notes or flashcards or something like that, whichever you can revise quickly before each exam, or at a regular rate, like for twice every week or once every week. And for maths, there is a very big class of problems that you can See, so for maths, I would say that just keep revising the formulas and keep attempting more problems for revision.
Okay. And you have achieved such a remarkable rank in JEE Advanced. I want to understand what was your motivation behind IIT?
When I was younger, I obviously got interested in engineering. That is why I pursued
Acha.
IIT. Like, I was interested in physics and mathematics and logic, these kinds of things. And as far as why I chose IIT is because obviously IIT is the best institute in engineering and technology. We
In
all
India.
know that.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of opportunities here, not just in engineering but in all fields. Like, once you are in IIT, you can explore a lot, like which you have no idea that you can do something in. So IIT really gives you wings once you come here.
Okay. I'm sure there might have been phases where you have felt demotivated, where you have feel like not studying. What you used to do during such period of time?
Yeah, absolutely. There were times when I was demotivated. Like, once I mentioned before also that when I performed bad in a mock exam. So there were phases like that, and I think that happens to everybody. In that case, it's really helpful to talk to your parents or have a good friend group whom you can talk to. Like, in my friend group, there was very healthy competition. If one of us got bad marks, we all used to encourage them. So if I got bad marks, my friends would encourage me. It's also really important to have confidence in yourself. Scoring bad in one exam does not mean that you will score bad again. So just don't get demotivated. Remember your goal. Remember what are the advantages once you get there. So just keep working for it.
Okay. And were you aware that you would be getting a single digit rank before the results were out?
Like, once the marks were out, I knew I am going to get a very good rank. I was not sure that a single digit rank, but a good rank, yes.
Okay. And what was your reaction when you actually saw AIR2 in front of your name?
Absolutely overjoyed.
Okay. And what was your parents' reaction?
Even more overjoyed.
Okay. ठीक है. There's one question. Do you think you could have achieved AIR1?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. And what do you think? I mean, I'm not trying to demean you or I'm not trying to create a controversy here. I just want to understand. Have you ever thought about this thing that why couldn't I get AIR1?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you're right only. Like, it's actually a very useful thing to reflect upon. Like, if you could not get something, why couldn't you get it? Could you have done better?
Yeah.
So, yes, maybe I could have done better. Most of what I think cost me marks was silly mistakes. So, again, all new aspirants should be really, really careful about silly mistakes. If I were more careful, maybe I could have gotten that, but I'm satisfied with what I have.
Yep. I feel that whoever are in the top 10 years at intellectual, they all are at the same level. It might be the day, it might be the mood they are having that day. So it depends on luck as well.
Yeah.
So you mentioned as silly mistakes. What silly mistake you used to do more?
Silly mistakes, like every kind of silly mistakes. For example, sometimes on the paper you have written 2 + 2, but you write the result to be 3. So
Achha.
any kinds of silly mistakes happen. So once one of the silly mistakes that happened was that there was I think 2 carbon atoms in a molecule, and I took those to be 3. So
Achha.
that
Silly mistake costed you
yeah.
huge negative marks. Okay. And what are you planning to pursue in future after this remarkable IIT journey?
Like I mentioned, IIT really gives you wings. So there are, once I came here, I have seen a lot of options that
So
what
now
I
you
can
are
pursue.
overjoyed with the multiple options you are having.
Yeah.
Okay. So you, by the end of your BTech, you would actually figure out what to do, right?
Yeah. Right.
If not IIT, what would you have done?
Maybe I would have pursued some study of mathematics because, like, from childhood I was interested in that.
Okay. So now we are moving to the other segment of our interview. Here are some freshers into questions for you. If you could time travel to any period in history, when and where would you go? Or whom would you meet?
That's a very interesting question. I really have no idea.
Okay. If you could have any celebrity as your roommate, whom would you choose?
I don't know. Maybe Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay. And what is the worst habit of your roommate?
His all habits are so bad. Just kidding.
Okay.
He doesn't sleep on time.
Okay. If you could be CEO of any company, which one would you choose?
Right now, I would say Nvidia.
Nvidia, okay. Growing stocks day by day. Okay, if you could time travel to your future self, what's the one question you would ask?
Future self.
Yeah, your future self.
Did you have fun?
Okay. What will be your reaction if a girl asks you out?
I don't know. Like, I think I will be overjoyed.
Okay. One superpower you wish you had.
Reading people's mind.
Okay, that's evil, bhai. What is the craziest thing in your bucket list?
I have no idea.
Okay, what is the craziest thing you have done in institute?
I went out of the institute one time with like at a very late time at the night. I don't know if that was even allowed.
Okay, but what you did? What did you do?
Let's not talk about that.
If you could communicate with any species, whom would you choose and what will you say to them?
Maybe I'd like to talk to birds.
Okay.
I'd ask them how's the view like?
What's the bird's eye view? Okay. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much, Aditya, for joining. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope, audience, that you may have gotten some amazing tips from Aditya. Okay.
All the best to all the aspirants.
Bye-bye.